What's up, everybody? It's Frederick Douglass Bussey. We're live in the Seven Figure Circle $1 Million Mastermind Facebook group and also over on YouTube. And something I've been thinking about doing for a minute here. To do a kind of a weekly recap or a blog. Kind of talk about some of the things in our business that's working, some of the ways that we're thinking about things as we go forward. And I'll give you a peek behind the scenes if you're interested. If not, no biggie. Document it for the process. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments below and give me something else to think about to respond to. If not, I'll just kind of talk to you about what's been in the works over here at IconStatus. So for those of you who don't know, we're a coaching and consulting business agency firm, and we work with entrepreneurs and executives in leadership coaching and this business coaching and things of that nature. So now one of the things we've been focused on over the past 4 or 5 months is just expanding the scope of who we serve. There are some people, because of the nature of, our price range and just kind of the things that we offer, there's people that are not necessarily able to work with us at some of the higher levels. So we wanted to kind of expand that and offer like some challenges and things like that could be more valuable to people at more of an entry level to support entrepreneurs in that regard. So we got the Facebook group, and the Facebook group is kind of to help people be introduced to us, to give trainings and content and things of that nature. And so we found that it's been very valuable for, quite a few people, in fact, as they're thinking about how to grow and scale their businesses. And so the Facebook group is for people that want to scale their businesses to 7 figures and beyond. And we have some people that are actually already beyond that in the group. And then we have people who have either not yet started a business, are starting a business, are growing it, somewhere around 6 figures or approaching that, and everywhere in between. And so one of the things that we were looking at was we could start doing challenges, which would give people a little bit more detailed training, allow them to spend a little bit more time with us, to experience the coaching, to get some takeaways that could help them to get, quicker wins and things of that nature. And so the very first one that we ran, we took about 3 months to build out the funnel and things like that, to get some of the content and things right. And that first challenge actually went, pretty well. We spent a little bit of ad buy on that, run some Facebook ads or whatever. And actually did about 6 times return on ad spend for that. So it was pretty cool. But we took a pivot in terms of kind of who we wanted to target a little bit more. And so the second challenge that we started promoting actually fell flat on its face. We actually did nothing. We were getting very little clicks, very little registrations for it. It was almost like it was invisible. It's kind of a situation of, tapping the mic and saying, is this thing on? And so we actually tabled that, pushed it back twice over the summer. Took some time to recalibrate, and so we're looking at doing some different things with it now. Launched a course that we were going to charge for. Actually was a run up to the challenge, and now we've kind of pivoted to make that kind of a one-off sort of a course, which in and of itself I think is valuable for people. So we excuse me. So we took that, we did a little bit of rebranding with it, or whatever the case may be. And that one is called the Time Freedom Formula now. So if you're watching this on a replay or something and you want to get access to that, I can shoot the link to it. But I think it's really pretty cool. And we're doing some promotion around that. So that's some of the things that we're working at in terms of just direct content that we're offering to people and how we can support them. One of the things that we're doing also, as well as, and I've been thinking about this for a while actually, but George Bryant, who's been on my podcast, the Power Lunch podcast, really sparked some thoughts in me talking about customer journey and how we build our relationship with people. and I'm planning to have him back on the podcast here soon so we could dive a little bit deeper. But I've really been thinking about how we as businesses, and our business in particular, IconStatus, how we can architect a customer journey, a relationship that could last a lifetime, right? And so if you think about it, right, there's really three ways that businesses can grow and scale, and that's to get new customers, to sell old customers, or sell old clients new stuff, or to retain customers longer. And so we're looking at how can we create relationships that can last a lifetime, where we can offer a lifetime of value. And it's not necessarily a new thing, but it's the next step in their evolution. How do we think about what our clients are getting, what they're needing as they are progressing and growing and scaling? And so if we are adding value at every stage, that should be great for us to be able to do that, right? And so I've kind of been building that out, thinking about that a lot. I'm gonna be doing some videos and maybe even a couple of trainings that kind of talk about just the ways that we're thinking about it. And it's not even necessarily to sell people on this idea, but one of the concepts that I've learned is that when you teach other people something, or that's the idea of talking about it, actually helps it to be more deeply cemented in your psyche, and you're able to kind of think about it differently. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Just kind of breaking things down and breaking it open a little bit more so we can strategically talk about what we're thinking and doing. And maybe it's valuable for you as you're kind of going through what you're experiencing as well. What else is working? We're looking at more of the feedback. One of the things that, I talked about in my session with my coaches. So I have a couple of coaches that coach me in my business as well. And I was talking to them this morning, and we were talking about some of the things that are working and haven't been. And as we're looking at scale here, one of the things that we are looking to make more robust is the follow-up process, how we're following up with people so that we make sure that they're being supported, that potential businesses are falling through the cracks. And this is what I can really say, a lot of times we don't think about, and maybe you've heard this, that the money is in the follow-up, right? And yet many of us are missing money because we're not following up with people on various parts of our business. And if you're building out a funnel, sales funnel, marketing funnel, whatever the case may be, you're getting people in it, and maybe you're walking them up to a point and they're kind of dropping off in the conversation. But how do we get them back? How do we start to engage them a little bit more deeply? And I can tell you that just looking through that conversation with my coaching session this morning, talking to them, was like, there's got to be money that's hiding in there that we haven't even potentially capitalized on and taken advantage of. And that being said, the reason why that's so important, I guess if I'm sharing this with you, is that a lot of times we're all so focused on getting new people, new clients, new customers in the door, new revenue, because that's always shiny. And I think in some ways we get a dopamine hit, right, from bringing in new clients, new customers, the sales process of getting flow in, that feels good. But it also feels good to be able to find people that have already been in your orbit. You've taken the time, whether it's organically or through paid advertising and marketing, to be able to get people into your funnel, into your ecosystem. And it's very possible that you are overlooking people that are lingering around, and you just haven't made them an offer. You just haven't taken the next step to go a little bit more deeply and follow up and make sure that there's not a way that you can support them, or to understand a little bit more carefully how you can support them. There's always lessons that can be learned, I think. And so I guess one of the last things I'll talk about is that we're also kind of exploring what are the things that we can learn about our clients, doing a couple of things to kind of follow up with past clients to see where we weren't supporting them as fully as we could be, to see where they did get wins, that we are learning the lessons from why they got the wins. There's there's a course actually that I've been going through that's talking about how you can retain customers longer. And some of the things that we're talking about through that is, thinking about how you onboard them and how you support them in the beginning and get them quicker wins and kind of reinforce the relationship. So maybe there's some things you can be thinking about in your business, right? How are you supporting your clients or your customers from the very get-go so that they're getting exactly what they paid for, and they are not just, sometimes we want to blow them away, but it's how can we get them exactly what they're looking for as quickly as possible so that then we can move them to the next step and supporting them and going down their journey, right? So with that being said, I think that that's probably about it right now. Not giving away all the trade secrets, if any, but I just wanted to come and share some thoughts with you guys about what we're working on, what's working, give you inside baseball. And the goal is to kind of share this from week to week. So as I'm breaking out some of the things, some of the bullet points that we're running down and running and growing the business, that it might be valuable for you as well. If you're watching this on replay, drop a hashtag replay. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, there's something that you're working on that seems to be working really well. We'll love to hear it, love to see it. And hopefully that's going to be helpful for everybody that's in the group as we continue to expand and grow and learn together. I believe entrepreneurship is the greatest personal development journey that there is. It's a spiritual journey as well as a financial one to build wealth and to change the life of yourself and your family. And so we're in this together. And hopefully this will be something that continues to fuel your journey and to give you a boost down the road. All right. That being said, I am out of here. It's 6:08 on a Friday, so we're going to jump off and get the weekend started. It's a Labor Day weekend, so hopefully you guys are going to be safe. Enjoy that extra day off for those of you who are not fully entrepreneurs yet. If you are an entrepreneur, you never take a long holiday, it seems sometimes. But we definitely want to encourage you to take that time off and to do your thing. Appreciate those of you guys who stopped by to check us out, and I look forward to seeing your comments later on. All right. That said, be well. Frederick Douglass Bussey, ever forward.